Right, recording now. For the record, this is case number 310, 310. And this is for a gentleman. He's 23 years old. And he talks about having a spiritual awakening, and he goes into great detail. And I'm just going to show you what he sent me, right? So we don't need to go into detail of what he sent me. Again, we'll start with a blank sheet so that I don't give you any preconceived ideas of what the problem or the perceived problem may be. But can I ask, White Hawk, can you connect with the energy of this gentleman?
Yeah. Yes.
You can. Okay. Can you do a sovereignty check for me, please?
Not sovereign.
Not sovereign. Okay. So what do we have?
One level one.
A 1 low level.
Yeah.
Not hard to remove.
No.
Good.
It's fine. Sovereign.
Excellent. Can you look at his grounding for me now, please?
Grounding's okay. Can be improved, but it's okay. And they're going to just improve.
Okay, good. Inner etheric. Anything there?
Inner etheric is clear. I have darkness around the throat, very faint, and that's being taken.
Darkness around the throat. But that's been cleared, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Chakras, let's look at the chakras.
Chakras are fairly good, sorry.
Fairly good. Okay, just a little bit of fine-tuning, perhaps?
Yeah, not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, moving on. Any parasites connected, attached? Spirit bugs, bacteria in the lower dimensions? No?
No.
Low frequency parasites? None. So apart from one low level negative entity, he's pretty healthy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right. Any earthbounds?
No.
No earthbounds. That's most unusual. Okay. Moving from the spiritual now into the psychological, are there any self-created thought forms?
Yeah.
What do we have?
We have 2.
Okay.
And I would say we have 2 powerful, or not 2 twins, but a pair of twins.
2 powerful twins.
So a pair of powerful twins.
Right, a pair of powerful twins. Okay. Now, I rather suspect that the reason for this request for a consultation lies here, within this realm. And what I'd like to do is to explore the nature and the relationship of this pair of twins that present themselves, correct me if I'm wrong, as self-created thought forms.
Yeah.
So they are self-created. Right, okay. Can we have some clarification on the nature of these twins?
This is all to do with imagination working, and imagination working over time, and self-created.
Now, for me, and I stand to be corrected on this as a psychologist, for me, this demonstrates the power of the creative imagination of the human being. Would I be wrong about this?
No, it's good. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we can establish that these are self-created thought forms, a pair of powerful twins. Can we have an idea on their nature?
Attention and self-worth.
Attention and self-worth, yeah. Now my curiosity is prompting me to ask the question, why twins? One is attention and one is self-worth.
And they conflict.
Let me ask you this. Can you identify the gender of these self-created pair of twins?
Female.
They're both female, are they?
Yeah.
So it raises the question, doesn't it, for me, and I need help and guidance on this from higher realms, from White Hawk or from the higher self. Why should a young gentleman use his creative imagination to create powerful pair of twins battling between attention and self-worth who happen to be female?
So this is on the subconscious. Something I would go with recreational drugs, and letting the mind run free and too uncontrolled.
So the mind runs free. Now let me ask this question, okay? Are there any dangers to be aware of with this kind of powerful self-created thought form?
Yes,
And what is the danger?
but not in this case.
So there's no danger in this case.
No, they need reining in, they need control, but there's no real danger here.
Okay. Is there anything else? Is there anything that we can do to help this gentleman under the guidance of the higher self?
You need to talk.
He needs to talk.
So ongoing therapy, needs to talk. I don't think this is something. if he's truthful, if he speaks his word, this is not something that is going to be ongoing for too long. But he does need to speak to somebody who can listen professionally.
Okay, good. Well, I've recorded that. Is there anything else that the higher self or White Hawk would like to offer as guidance for this gentleman?
Spiritually, everything seems to be okay.
Good.
White Hawk is a big one on protection, so he will always talk about protection for everybody. Spiritually, he's okay. There's this going on with the mind, the self-generation, that can be controlled, and there is a nice, bright future ahead. There's a nice, bright future ahead.
So I got the impression earlier that this situation could be dangerous, but not in this case for this gentleman.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm going to end that there. And thank you, Jono and White Hawk and Higher Self for this gentleman. Thank you very much for all your help.
Yeah.